For exploration number 1, we're going to look at how changing the heat source affects the length and speed of a reaction. So we're first going to select water, and we want to make sure that the mass is at 30. We're going to keep the mass the same throughout. So we have 30, and our heat source we're going to start with is 50. Then we'll do 100, then 150 for our 3. So let's go ahead and see. We're going to first say, okay, our initial time is 0 at negative 100 degrees Celsius. We're going to look at when the ice begins to melt. What happens then? So here we see we have liquid water at the bottom of our beaker. The temperature is now 0 degrees Celsius, and the ice begins to melt at 4 minutes and 28 seconds. And temperature is 0 degrees Celsius. Now let's see when the ice fully becomes liquid. So we'll hit go again. And we see the ice is decreasing, the amount of liquid is increasing. Temperature staying the same at 0. So we'll go ahead and hit pause. So now 7 minutes and 2 seconds, still at 0 degrees, but we see that the ice has transformed fully into a liquid. And now our temperature is starting to increase. Our next thing we want to look at is when liquid begins to boil. So we're going to look closely at above the water to see when it starts to boil. All right, so now we see these little dots here. It's starting to boil 100 degrees Celsius. So our new time at 10 minutes and 58 seconds, the temperature is 100 degrees, and that is when the liquid begins to boil. We're going to go ahead and hit play and see when all of the liquid turns to gas. You might notice this is taking longer than originally the ice had needed to melt. So now at 29 minutes, 25 seconds, the liquid has fully turned to gas. It's still 100 degrees Celsius. We have just gas now. We're going to go and see when the gas is going to end. All right, now we have no more gas left. That's 33 minutes and 49 seconds. Our temperature is now 105 degrees here at the bottom. So that's for table 1. For table 2, we're going to look at we're going to restart here. Still select water. We still want the mass to be at 30 grams. That variable stays the same, but we're going to change our heat source. We're going to bump it up to 100 this time. Oops. So we see our initial 0 minutes is at negative 100 degrees Celsius still. So let's see when the ice starts to melt. All right, so now 3 minutes and 19 seconds. It's faster than our 4:28. So with 50 more joules. So 319, 0 degrees Celsius still. That's when the ice begins to melt. Oops, all right, and I was a little slow on that one. So the ice is gone. So ice melts 4 minutes, 43 seconds. This one's at 4 degrees. If we had gone back a little bit, it would have been a little bit lower than this, maybe 4 minutes and 30 seconds at 0 degrees Celsius still, when the ice fully turns to liquid. So now we're trying to figure out, liquid begins to boil. So we're waiting for it to go up to 100. There we go. So 100 degrees Celsius, 7 minutes, 45 seconds, the liquid starts to boil. All right, now all of our liquid is gone. 16 minutes, 55 seconds. Still 100 degrees Celsius, but our liquid has fully turned into gas now. Now I want to see when the gas ends. All right, our gas is now gone. 19 minutes, 21 seconds. It is at 114 degrees Celsius. That's when our gas ends. That is table number 2. For table number 3, we're going to hit restart again. Select water. Our mass is at 30 grams. And we are going to change our heat source to 150 joules per second. Same thing. Our ice, again, starts at 0 minutes, negative 100 degrees. All right, we'll see 2 minutes and 9 seconds now. 0 degrees Celsius still, the ice begins to melt. All right, all of it's gone now. The ice has turned to liquid. So this one says 0 to 2 degrees Celsius at 3 minutes. The ice has become liquid. In order for liquid to gas. All right, our liquid to gas is 4 minutes and 56 seconds, and it is 100 degrees Celsius for when the liquid begins to boil. So we want to see when it fully becomes gas now. All right, 11 minutes and 1 second. Still 100 degrees, but the liquid has turned fully into gas now. Let's see how long it takes for the gas to be gone. All right, and our gas is gone now. So 12 minutes, 42 seconds. It is at 110 degrees when the gas ends. No more gases left in there. So that is changing the heat source with water and the same mass of 30 grams.